Welcome, everybody. Episode 42, Close Encounters of the Funny Kind. I don't know how much Sam is going to participate. She is quite tired and may fall asleep during the podcast.
Oh, I had the funny for tonight.
Okay.
So, yesterday I took Bodie with me to Target to pick up my pickup, and we went inside because I let him pick from the dollar spot. And then I saw they had the bathing suits out, so we walked down through the clothing aisle.
Yeah.
So in our house, somehow at some point, Bodie started calling men's balls knuckles. Right? He'd go, oh, you hit me in the knuckles.
Yeah.
He proceeded to walk around and test every mannequin to see if it had balls. He'd walk out to it and go, nope, this one doesn't have any. And then he asked me, he said, Mommy, why doesn't this one have any knuckles? I said, because it's a female mannequin. So we found a man mannequin. The man mannequins don't have knuckles either.
You know. I don't know. I mean.
You don't know what? You don't know about that one? You don't know about me?
This is why I don't go to Target. When you're like, you want to go with us? I'm like, no. Nope. Not even a little bit.
And then he goes and hides in the bathing suits.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But him walking around going, like he was like tapping. And this lady looked at me and goes, no, who's kidding?
Just bad parenting. That's
well,
not.
At least he calls them nut or knuckles instead of nuts or balls or.
Is that better? Whoa.
I mean, he does know to use the word penis or pee-pee.
My TikTok feed is a lot of police.
It's alarming what you watch.
It's all like cop, like.
Mine's all workout videos.
It's people arguing with cops. Apparently, that's what I like to watch. But it's people where they're like, "Go ahead and step out of the car," and they're just like, "Yeah, I don't need to step out of the car." Like, well, ma'am, I smell alcohol. You can't. It's not my. I don't have to give you my ID. And they're just like, well, I know, but let's just go ahead and step. Have you been drinking tonight? Nope, I haven't had anything to drink. And you can't ask me that. And you can't make me get out of the car. So, ma'am, you know you're not wearing any clothes, right? I'm allowed to not wear clothes in my car.
Being a nudist isn't illegal.
It's just like, oh my God. Like, get out of the car, lady. You're going to jail.
Wait, I have to ask. You said this right before we started filming. Did someone really comment Sam in a brawl episode?
Yeah, somebody did. Saw it on the YouTube.
Look, guys, this isn't OnlyFans, okay?
I mean, it could be for the right price. You know,
You would sell your wife?
Do you remember what we were talking about yesterday?
You would want me to show everyone my boobies so that I got paid.
To be fair, here's what I'm not talking about for $40 here. we were talking about this, and I told Sam yesterday that I saw some clip on TikTok or Instagram or something. It was some podcast, and they were talking about they had one of the, I guess the top OnlyFans girl on there, and they asked her how much she had made. I Googled it. She made $43 million last year. I was like, that is absolutely insane. $43 million? That's crazy. Like, that's a lot of booby pics. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming she might be doing some other stuff, you know, for $43 million, but I was like, good Lord.
Like the girl who wanted to beat the world record of how many men she could have in one day.
Yeah. Well, I don't... But it said, like, the article, like, when I was Googling it when we were talking, it said it's something like $10 a person or something. But then it also said that she had somebody, like, one individual had sent her something like over $4 million that year. Like, for, I guess, I'm assuming personal videos. Yeah, because I
think
you can request stuff. And I was like, that is wild. That's so much. Who has $4 million just to see some girl? Like, bro. If you got that much money, you could probably find you a nice girlfriend that's willing to go shopping and maybe do some other stuff for you other than just send you pictures.
There's a lot of girls out there that will do anything for money if you just pay them. Like, I mean, you can actually physically be next
They're
to
called
them.
prostitutes.
Oh.
Or escorts. Should I take one of these bad boys down?
I don't know.
I'll give it a shot.
So does anything come out of the inn?
Up here?
Yeah.
No, it's just, I think this is just an air hole. This is so that, like, it's like when you do the shotgun.
You're not going to get your feelings hurt tonight if I'm yawning, are you?
I probably will, but, I'll work through it in therapy.
You're so sensitive, Jesus.
This one's cold still. Ooh, this one's going to hurt.
Don't do it yet.
It's going to hurt so good. All right, I can wait a minute. Let me warm this puppy up.
Go get one for me, because I don't feel any burps.
Did you drink that?
I'm working on it.
You got to chug it. That's usually when the burps come. I had a couple things I want to talk about. I don't think I've bored you with this. Do you? Little baby burp. Do you want me to go get one out? Are you going to do a shotgun?
It tastes like SoCo.
Yeah. Why are you drinking my SoCo?
No, that was the blueberry.
No, it wasn't. You've been drinking my stuff.
No, it just tasted sweet. And that I don't like that vodka.
Okay.
It's sweet.
Do you want me to get you another beer?
Yes, this is a bad face. This is the ugly face.
Are you going to get what?
Ugh.
That's not cute. Ugh.
Well, thank you. I didn't even put pants on for this episode. I have pajama shorts on.
Huh. Not sure. Perhaps going bottomless for the pod. Okay, let me get them. We'll warm these puppies up. We'll do them in a second.
Okay.
Here, you want to put them under your armpits? Here, there you go.
No, I'm cold. Stop.
All right. Do you know? Have you heard of this? It's Bimini Road down in the Bahamas. Mm-hmm. You know what that is? Mm-hmm. What is it?
It's an island in the Bahamas.
Well, okay. Well, no. I think there's Bimini Islands. There is a road, and they talked about this on that Graham Hancock thing. I don't think you watched it, but he goes around all these ancient buildings and stuff like that. But I wanted to talk about it because I think it's pretty crazy. So it's underwater. It's not that deep, like where divers can go down and you can swim over it and stuff, kind of like right off the shore. It's giant stones underneath the water, and they call it Bimini Road because it looks like a road. What used to be a road that's like buried.
But where?
I mean, it's just running along those islands and stuff. It's long. It's pretty long. I mean, so it's like not miles, but
maybe it was really a road, and like during a hurricane, part of the island probably.
Well, they don't know if it was buried or what. So here's the thing: most archaeologists or whoever, mainstream science says that it is a natural formation. So I wanted to show you some of these pictures, and I'm going to post them in the video.
Usually roads aren't natural.
Well, I'm going to show you these. So they're saying that this is just a natural formation. Those are just naturally rocks lined up in a row.
That's not.
No, apparently that's a natural formation.
That looks like a building.
Yeah, it looks like steps. Like you can see, like it's cut like 90-degree angles and stuff. And they say these are just naturally occurring. They're just
perfectly cut.
Yeah,
naturally
but like even look how they're lined up.
Yeah.
Like there's no. Like they're not. It's not like it's just random stones everywhere. They're in a straight line, like along the edge of it and stuff. But it was on that Graham Hancock thing, and he's not an archaeologist, but he does all the stuff about the ancient buildings and all that stuff. You okay? And there's so many structures around the world that they're like, oh, that's natural. Like I think we talked about it before. There's a bunch of.
Is Stonehenge natural too? No,
they say that they say that's man-made, but the timing is all over the place. It's the same thing like we've talked about the pyramids. They have no idea how old any of it is.
Wait, where's Stonehenge at?
England, right?
What's Easter Island? Isn't there a bunch of stones on Easter Island?
Those are the heads
The heads.
Yeah,
okay.
like the ones that are...
I bet those are natural, too.
No, they don't say those are natural, because they can't deny that. Like, those are the... But anything that there's like, well, I don't know, maybe... They're like, yeah, that's not... No one made that. But, like, there's... Like, that's... He covered that. Like, they have no idea how they built them. There's theories that, like, they rolled them on logs or whatever, but there's no trees on the island. And they said, well, that's part of the problem.
Because
they cleared them all out. And I'm like, that doesn't sound like a... Like, if somebody was smart enough to be able to make those, it's very unlikely that they would have cut down
every tree
that they had. For what purpose? And one of the things I saw was saying that some of the aging on those, they think they were built over a long period of time. Like, that wasn't a 10-year period where they built all those. It was built over generations or whatever. But they truly don't know. Yeah. I mean, I guess they're testing like the soil from the depth, because you've seen the one where it's like way underground, right? It's not just a head; it's like a whole body. Have you seen that? No. Have you not seen those?
I don't think so.
Jamie, pull that up. Let me show you. So it's a whole thing. Stop yawning.
I'm just tired.
So, like, here's one.
Is that what the thing is at the museum that calls him a dum-dum?
Yeah, on Night at the Museum.
Dum-dum.
Let me see.
Dum-dum, gimme gum-gum.
Here's one. So, yeah, look at that. So, that's all underground.
Did they dig up the rest of them?
Well, I don't think they've dug them all up, but they're assuming, like, it's not just heads. So, like, then the question is, well, so did they bury him? Or was it buried due to a flood? Or, like, I mean, look at all of them. So, it's assumed that all of these go, like, see that one, you could see, like, the face. That one was buried, so why would you carve all this and then bury it? I'm trying to save some of these so I can put them in the video. But like, they're just everywhere. Which kind of got us off track. But that was some of the stuff like.
Can you go to Easter Island?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can visit it. Like, look, all these pictures. If you just Google Easter Island
full body.
Yeah, full body. They're all over the place. Like,
make sure you put island on there, because if you type in Easter full body, I don't know what you could get. And there's like some... Don't search it. They look like the Flintstone vitamins.
Kinda. But it's just weird, like, it's so funny, like, I guess, kind of where I was going with all these structures, and like the ones I was talking about in China, like, there's a lot of them that look like pyramids, but it's just a giant hill. So it's covered in grass, but it's a straight up triangle. Like, and it's not a mountain.
But there's pyramids in China?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know.
You want to see pictures?
Sure.
All right. I'm going to have to do... This is a lot of editing you're making me do. I'm going to have to put all these pictures in here.
Well, then stop bringing it up. That looks like Mexico. That's Mexico.
That's not.
That looks like Mexico.
Well, that's the whole thing. Like you said, it looks like Mexico. So these are kind of some of the ones. Like this. This doesn't look like just a natural hill.
I don't believe you.
What do you mean you don't believe me? It's on a page. It says the Chinese pyramids. So, look.
They're ugly. They're not pretty like all the other ones.
Well, they're not as tall, but like that's the whole thing. Like, this is what? This is like Fox News. Says China's ancient pyramids reveal their stunning. You can't say that. God. So,
if that's heard on the microphone, can you edit it out? That's not very HR of me.
You know the one down in Mexico, the big one that the Teotihuacan or whatever it is? That one, when they found it, was covered in grass like that. It was covered, had plants growing all over it, and they cleaned it all up. And they're like, "Oh, well, this is actually a structure under
They
here."
should probably get better landscaping.
They just thought it was a giant hill out in the middle of the jungle.
I bet if we didn't cut our grass in the backyard, it would look like that over there. Eventually, a little amount of weeds.
Maybe when we put all the dog crap in there, it would.
I've heard of people doing that.
Piling up dog crap?
Uh-huh.
Why?
Natural fertilizer. That's why we should get a cow.
Okay.
Or a goat.
All right.
Can we get a fainting goat?
Oh, God. Stop trying to bring home. Sam is... Okay.
That was bubbly.
That was something. Sam's constantly trying to bring home barnyard animals, I guess is the only way to appropriately say it.
A hedgehog's not a barnyard.
But what do you do with a hedgehog? Like, it's just...
You bottle him up and you roll him around the house. While the dogs are in their crates, because they'll definitely try to eat it and kill it.
But see, it's one of those things, like, you get a hedgehog and you're like, oh, cool, this will be fun. How long did it live? 47 years. Like...
I don't think they live that long.
You sure?
Yeah. Those damn frogs are going to be here when Bodie gets married.
Yeah. Those little tiny dwarf frogs. They don't even do anything.
I thought they died. The last time I cleaned out the thing, I couldn't find them. There's so much mold in it.
All right, this is going to make a mess. I probably should have grabbed a towel. But
So, comment if you have had them, know of them, or have them currently. But African dwarf frogs, they're useless. But we're able to keep them alive. Did we ever talk about the fish fiasco that we went through? You dripped a little.
Wow. You get a lot of air with this. I didn't finish it. There's so much air. I'm trying. Jesus! Don't try to outdo me. Don't you upstage me. Oh. I would. Jesus. I would rather do the shotgun with the little tool. Because you don't get all that air. I feel like this is like half a beer still. I got it all. I thought it was. But... just put that right there. Alright, are you going to do one of these?
I guess, but look, I don't want to do it on Pua. Pua can't get wet.
You don't want to get your poo wet.
Oh, stop.
You want to come over to my basement? I got a whole popsicle room, just whole freezer full of them some
Popsicles
bitches.
and pickles?
Pickles and popsicles. I watch you eat them all day.
You're disgusting.
Well, how about you give me a back rub and tell me I'm pretty? You old muscly son of a bitch. I like the way you're put together. You ever had a back rub from somebody like me? How about you come over and lay out by my swimming pool?
Please stop. It's creepy.
Oh, maybe we will get you in a brawl later. Pickles.
Are you done?
That's, what is the guy called? From
See?
Family Guy.
See?
Herbert the pervert. Family Guy. Hilarious.
The pervert.
It's one of my favorite characters, Family Guy. So, he muscly on paper boy.
But he does this so frequently in front of the 12-year-old that the 12-year-old goes. The 12-year-old does the whole popsicle.
Oh, it sure is hot outside. Maybe you'd like to have a popsicle.
The youngest ate 4 popsicles today.
Just popsicles.
The first one was
staying hydrated.
The first one was at 9 a.m. this morning before I left.
I feel like popsicles are unacceptable unless you're outside. Push it up. You gotta push it back up. Push it up. There you go. Oh no. You dribbled some.
Shut up.
Was it too much to take?
My pants are wet now.
Oh, you got your pants wet. I got
Can you please stop?
I got some pants back there you can put on. I just gotta help you get them on.
Why do you have to be like this?
I don't want you to go home with wet britches. Good job. Made a mess there. I feel like my burp was better than yours.
tired. Leave me alone.
It takes energy to burp. Okay, we'll go with that.
There's something else I was gonna bring up.
What is it? Have you seen the one they have on Joe Rogan? It's an eagle. So it's like it kind of looks like a gravy boat, but it's like a plastic eagle. Mm-hmm. And the top of it's just open, so you pour the beer in, and then it's got like it's just like a tube. And I think the mouth is open, and you tilt it up. But it's this gives you too much air, I feel like. You almost need to okay. You almost need to squeeze it and get it going and then stop it and then do it. Like that's how, remember when we used to do the beer funnels? The goal with the beer funnel, you had to if you dropped if the funnel's in this hand, you would drop it so that the beer was up to the top of this and then do it. Because if you had it like this, a lot of the beer would run out. People didn't understand that you had to keep them kind of balanced. But if you had a bunch of air in the tube, when you tilt it up, the first thing happens, all that air goes in your stomach. And then you're like, it makes some people puke or you burp, but maybe we should get one of those. You want to look on Amazon, get a old school beer funnel?
Why don't we just go to Lowe's and make one?
Well, I guess we could, but there's Amazon. Jeff Bezos will provide. Speaking of which, do you think Jeff Bezos or Elon is the Antichrist? Do you have a prediction on which one it is?
I actually don't even know anything about Bezos.
Tune in next week. We will be discussing which one is the Antichrist. Okay.
Next week we're going to be kid-free when we do this.
That's right.
We're going to be loud.
That's a good time. What we're going to do, because somebody requested it, instead of doing Sam and
I'm not going to sit here in a bra.
I said instead of that, I'm going to go topless. So we'll go live, really get the views up, but...
Will you put a bra on?
You know what? We haven't gone live on TikTok in forever. I kind of forgot about that.
You've kind of gotten lazy about it.
Man, I got to step my game up. All right. I got one other topic I wanted to bring up. Right? All right. Don't look. It's a secret. There has been a large number... There's a lot of caves in America. You're aware of this, correct?
Hate caves. Nothing to do with them.
Okay. Sam is anti-cave. Just for the record.
Stupid.
There has been a large number of... A lot of them are national parks. There is a large number of disappearances related to caves and national parks. Did you know that?
Well, because you shouldn't go into them. You don't know where they go.
So this is a overlay. It says the top map shows mysterious cases of people vanishing. The bottom map is America's largest cave systems. It's like when you look at it, it's...
Is this from all the bootlegging? Or is this actual, caves?
These are caves. Like that have underground...
Like Native American, back in the day, natural caves.
Just natural caves. But it's basically an exact overlay. And this isn't from people, going cave diving and stuff. You ready for this? People talk about, aliens. You know, a lot of people theorize that, aliens are underground. Have you heard this? Mm-hmm. Bigfoot.
Bigfoot's just hanging out in the cave and then eating people?
I'm leaning more towards alien than Bigfoot. From everything that I've heard... I'm leaning
more towards dumbass people going into caves and find their way out.
It's not that. It's people, go... What do
you mean it's not that? You don't find the bodies? They go missing? How do you know what it is?
There are stories of people... I listened to a couple podcasts that... I remember, one story where they were talking about...
Got a probe up his ass?
No. Oh. Well, yes, but that's not what I'm talking about. It's a different story. Everyone gets a probe up their ass. This was a story... There was a kid with his family. All right? So they're camping, whatever, in a national park. Mm-hmm. Mom and dad, sister, whatever. Little boy is literally, they're all hiking through the woods or whatever. They're talking, going, oh, look at that, whatever. They literally turn around and the boy's gone. He's at the back of the line. And he's I don't know. I forget. He was 10, whatever. You know, not a 5-year-old.
Okay, for starters, why isn't the dad at the back of the line? Why aren't your family ahead of you?
Can you just listen to the story? Shush! Encino Man, 1991. Pauly Shore, that's the bad guy that always says, shush! Do you remember? You know what I'm talking about?
Sweetheart.
With the spiky hair?
Yeah.
God, the 90s were a good time. That's a good time. But anyway, the kid just goes missing, and they literally, like, this is within, like, a matter of, like, wasn't like they walked 4 miles and were like, oh, where's Timmy? You know, like, this was quick. Like, he had just seen him, turned back again, and said something to him, and he's just gone, you know? And they stopped, backed up, went off the sides, called in, searched, kid just disappeared. Never found him.
Maybe the kid didn't like his family and just took off running.
You're no fun, okay? Aliens obviously abducted him, Sam. God.
Why does it have to be aliens? Maybe it was Sasquatch. Maybe he wanted a new friend.
So, all the things I've heard, the Confessionals is a podcast I listen to. He has this guy's been on for years. There's a ton of Bigfoot stories on there.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have spotted them, or like people that live out in the woods and stuff have like encounters where they've seen them or heard, like, there's a lot of stuff.
I think if you leave him alone, he doesn't mess with
That's
you.
kind of thing. All the Bigfoot stories, I've never heard anybody say they were
attacked or
chased,
ran
or
after.
it's literally like he goes like they head the other way, like that, because it's like they don't.
So do you think there's more than one?
Yeah, they're all over the country. I don't think it's one. There's not one, because they see them a lot in the Northwest, like Seattle, that like wooded area, like Northern California.
There's supposedly a big group of them up in like the Smoky Mountains.
Yeah, and then like Tennessee, places like that. Like anywhere, it's a lot of rugged
like
mountain ranges and thick woods.
Yeah.
Because I think that they just live out there, and like I mean, some of the stuff that people talk about on podcasts, they say things like that they're from another dimension and all that. I lean more towards it's just some kind of like primitive type ape that has just survived and just stays. I mean, they find new species of animals in like the rainforest and shit all the time.
Yeah.
So if this is a real rugged mountain area that's, I mean, if the nearest road is, it stops at a campsite, and then it's, you know, 1 million acres of woods. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's easy for, you know, obviously it's not a big population, it's not a herd of them, it's not like horses running around. But I mean, if they're just out there in small groups and stuff, I mean, it would be easy, you know, and if they hear something coming, they just head the other way. Yeah. They head up into the mountains, and that's what people have seen. Like where they hear, they're fishing or something down by a creek, and they hear something, and they look, and they just see like what looks like an ape taking off through the woods. They run away before you.
I mean, a lot of people out in the woods see, you know, aliens just take off.
Well, in the sky.
Yeah.
I just think people are more observant when they're out there.
There's no light pollution, so you can see things better.
Well, that's true. But there was it was a lot of, and like I said, I'm going to post this in here, but I really do think.
So the top pictures where everybody went missing? That's alarming.
Yeah. So, and that's not like, I mean, when you look at, and these are all limestone caves. So, like, this is the biggest one. Tennessee, and then right up that trail.
When you lived in Tennessee, did you ever go to the caves up there?
I don't think we did.
Those are cool.
I don't remember ever going. My parents were like...
And seeing, like, the things as they, like, come down and...
I remember going to some in Alabama when I was a kid. Some mountains or something in there that we went to.
It was a cave in Alabama?
Some kind of mountain. I don't remember. It was like a park or something, but it had like a bunch of like mountain things you could hike up and stuff that we went to.
We went to a thing in, I think it's one of the Carolinas, south or north. It's 50-50. I'm right here. But it was a rock place where like everything you went and walked over was rock. And I remember there was a like rope bridge that we walked around.
Yeah.
You know, like get through like close like things in the mountain.
So that's the thing that sucks. There's not any of that in Florida. We have a lot of springs and stuff, like
There
campgrounds and stuff, but
there's caves.
there's no
like,
mountains.
No,
though.
but there's caves you can go like walk into and like walk around. Like they're guided tours. I see them all the time.
I don't want to. I know. I just feel like going up into the mountains is cooler than going down into the ground in a cave.
Then you'd have to
I can't go missing.
Well, then you have to make a road trip. You don't want to sit in the car for more than an hour.
This is true.
And you don't want to fly anywhere, so we're kind of stuck where we're at.
Yeah. Maybe we could watch some YouTube videos.
The kids are digging a hole out there. Turn that into a cave.
They are digging a hole. Why is it when I burp, you get a burp? You feel better?
Yeah. Thought I had a fart, but instead I burped.
You know these videos get turned into shorts and reels, right?
Okay. Oh, you're gonna make that a short now?
Probably.
Great.
Well,
Well, aren't you happy I burped and didn't fart?
Yes, I am. All right, well, let's wrap this up. I didn't have a ton of stuff this week, but...
You told me I wasn't allowed to bitch and complain about anything, so...
Yeah, Sam said, "Oh, I can bitch about stuff." I'm like, no, thank you, sweetie. We don't need all that.
I
Like,
almost bitch slapped a mom yesterday at school.
let's not
Should've-
let's just not dive
slapped
into
her.
let's just not dive into that.
Should have
Okay.
tripped her.
Okay. Well, let's just wrap this one up.
I'm like, take a picture of you and your kid. I
Oh,
should have done the thing and swapped it and just took a picture of my face, but then she'd have my face. God only knows what would have happened with that. But that would
You'd
have
have ended up on some mom group on Facebook. Okay?
I'm already on some mom group on Facebook of being hated, I'm sure. It all started when the oldest was in elementary and I was doing drop off in the Jeep with a brush card and lifted tires.
All right, then. Let's wrap this up. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Are you good?
We're not having kids next week.
That's right. All right, gang. See you next week. Later.
I'm done.